audience and dear all. Today, on this auspicious occasion, I would like to talk on the burning topic of the present time. Slandering the Prophet ﷺ is a heinous crime. Dear audience, you are well aware that during the last few years, a new dangerous tendency of slandering and making caricatures of our beloved Prophet Muhammad ﷺ has developed on the part of the so-called tolerant and civilized community of the world to malign his sacred character. The saddest part of the story is that those who always boast of good quality of tolerance and always teach the lesson of tolerance did not feel an iota of hesitation in slandering and making caricatures of the Messenger of Allah, who was not only the best model for whole mankind, but was sent by Allah as a person of kindness for all human beings. As the glorious Quran says, وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ. We have not sent you but as a mercy for all the worlds. Dear intellectuals, let me explain some incidents of the blasphemy happened in the past. In 2020, a French teacher displayed cartoons of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ to some of his pupils. In May 2022, Nupur Sharma and her former party colleague Naveen Jindal had the audacity to utter cheap words against the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. And recently last month, Raja Singh's video, a BJP MLA from Hyderabad, was viral on the social media. He distorted the high image of our beloved Prophet Muhammad ﷺ and used abusive language against the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. I cannot quote same words he spoke. Dear audience, these are only few incidents which I told you. But here a question arises: why people target the Prophet ﷺ? Why? I think the common agenda of Islam's opponents is to put down the lid on every possible spot from where the magnificent garden of Islam gets water. In the present scenario of the world, attacking on the Prophet's character may be with the intention of proving Muslims as intolerant, violent, aggressive and characterless nations. As the consequence of their emotional reactions. Islamic brothers, on the other hand, when we see the other great personalities of non-Muslims, we find them praising the Prophet ﷺ in every aspect of life. Let's have a glance. The national father of India, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, says about the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, it was not the sword that won a place for Islam, it was the rigid simplicity of the Prophet which fascinated the world. The great English critic George Bernard Shaw says about him, he completely revolutionized the world of human thoughts and behavior for all times to come. Dear intellectuals, it is undeniable fact that if on the one hand Allah Almighty bestows His bounties on a person who loves and exalts the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, then on the other hand He announces to punish the person who humiliates him and commits the blasphemy, as the glorious Quran says in Surah Ahzab, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ يُؤْذُونَ اللَّهَ وَرَسُولَهُ لَعَنَهُمُ اللَّهُ فِي الدُّنْيَا وَالْآخِرَةِ وَأَعَدَّ لَهُمْ عَذَابًا أَلِيمًا. Surely those who annoy Allah and His Messenger are cursed by Allah in this world and in the hereafter, and He has prepared for them a humiliating punishment. Therefore, the death punishment assigned for blasphemy is agreed by Ahlul Sunnah wal Jamaat. But alas, my dear friends, in this multi-religion country India, there is no strict rule of blasphemy. The nearest is IPC section 295A, which punishes with some fine and imprisonment up to 3 years. But that's not sufficient for such kind of heinous crime. That's why, in the conclusion, I request the Indian government and the UNO again to declare the blasphemy against any great religious personalities of any religion and humiliation of all religious books as a cognizable crime, and to give an exemplary punishment to the perpetrators, so that no one can commit such crime against any great religious dignitaries of all religions. May Allah give us tawfiq to respect the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam